Hi! This is gonna be a kind of different video to my other ones. I decided to do a visual narrative version of my adventure, just because I want to try something different, and also fits into my schedule a bit better, which is a win-win in my situation. So, I hope you enjoy. So, we start our day off by finally hatching our Indominus Rex eggs. They've been in the hatchery for a while, and they're now ready to hatch. We've got one alpha and one apex Indominus Rex, so I just set them in front of the air conditioner and let them hatch. After a short wait, they finally hatched. Look at them, we now have two powerful Indominus Rexes at our disposal. After, I led them into my base and gave them a bit of space to grow up, because I knew that when they do grow up, they're going to be huge. I was already hungry for more primal action, so I used my creature finder to find out who my next target would be. Once I did find out, I then walked over to my bird. Bird up! And then we set out in that direction. Once I arrived, I was quite surprised at how much damage my bird was doing. The Kano's health was draining really quickly. Our big heavy attack seemed to melt away at his health. And then, after a pretty short battle, the Kano went down. I then set out to take on my next target, which just so happens to be a Primalosaurus. The Primalosaurus is pretty easy, just like the Kano. However, there was two of them this time. I killed one, and then I killed the other. So, after completely mopping the floor of these primals, I decided to test my luck against some origins. So, I used my special creature finder to handpick the origin who would be our next target. I decided to fight a direbear, just because I thought it would be easy, due to the fact that he's a land animal and I'm attacking from the skies. However, as soon as I landed the first blow, I instantly knew that this would take a while. This direbear has quite a lot of damage reduction, meaning that I have to hack away at this thing for quite a while. I did a big attack, after a big attack, after a big attack, all the way up until... Yep, I died. Luckily, I managed to get my bird back in time, and I managed to heal him before he died. As the direbear was running away, I saw this as an opportunity to get my stuff back. Now, all suited back up and ready to go, I went back in to finish the job. And with that, I finally killed the direbear. Later that day, when I was just flying around, I came across this max level demonic Capsuchus. I couldn't resist, I just had to tame the thing. So I shot out a few bullets and started the taming process. A bit later, the Capsuchus started spinning around in circles. I don't know why he started doing that, but it gave me a really easy target to hit. And after a few more shots, I knocked the Capsuchus out. I swiftly flew down, and once I landed, I made my way over to the Capsuchus, being as quick as possible. I grabbed all the kibble I had, and I forced it down his throat. And then, we tamed it, with one kibble left to spare. I then crafted a saddle, gave my Capsuchus a max level experience potion, and I started pumping those levels into him. For starters, I gave him a lot of health to make sure he didn't die, and then I just started loading all those extra levels into melee damage. In an unpowered state, we did pretty good damage. 50,000, that's not that bad. And then when we did our super attack, on 173,000, that's pretty good. That was almost on par with our Argentavis. But as soon as I powered up, I knew the tables had turned.
Nice.
104,000 damage. Look at that. And then for a heavy attack, another 200,000 damage. Oh, I'm so excited to start using this guy. So the next thing I did, I went to our local primal megalodon and I used my very heavy attack on him.
Now that's a lot of damage!
And to my shocking surprise, I killed so much stuff when I launched that attack. And then I did so much damage to that megalodon. With my newfound power, I knew that I could beat all the origins at this point. So I crafted all the origins that were left that we needed to take down, and then they were in my inventory and ready to go. I went as fast as I could to find a new battleground. Luckily, this Caprasuchus has a really good lunging technique where he just shoots through the skies. As soon as I got to the place, I cleared out the area for the war that was just about to begin. Now what you're about to see here is what I want to call an Origin Slugfest.
Round 1. Fight!
One down! Easy! Oh, nice new armor. Second one, I'm ready to go. He's down. I'm too strong. Another. Down. Come on, big boy. What have you got? Nothing. Final one. And just like the others, you went down. After taking those origins down so quickly and so easily, I thought I can go to the next boss tier level and take on the demonic Reaper Empress. After finding her in my creature finder, I then hurried as fast as I could to that location, so I wanted more of that smoke. After a short while, I finally landed at our next battle location. From where I was attacking, the Reaper Emperor was going to get me. That's what they say, I had the high ground. Yes, I might have cheated this boss battle a bit, but I don't care, because I took the demonic Reaper Empress down. Looking at all the loot from the demonic Reaper Empress, I found this.
Wow!
That's a spawn your own tameable version of her. So I made some kibble at home, just preparing myself for what I'm about to tame. I had started to notice that my Omega dinosaurs were taking quite a lot of space in my base, so I just put them in a soul ball. Now that the kibble had been crafted, and then I went off. I summoned the Reaper Empress in, and then I took my shot. Yep, look all that torpor that one arrow did. After 25 seconds, this little Reaper Emperor should be knocked out.
Hey, that's pretty good.
A quick 25 seconds later, the Reaper was out on the floor, and I fed in my demonic kibble. She was mine, and I had all the power now. Back at the base, I put a saddle on her, and then I gave her a max experience potion. I decided to test her before I started leveling her up, and we did a solid 64 damage right off the bat, which I think was pretty good. And I tried out our little special move attack, and it looked like it could be very useful for some other circumstances. Well, back in the menu of the inventory, I noticed that her health was pretty low, so I spent quite a lot of levels trying to bomb that up to a pretty good number. I then did a little bit more stamina, and then as you know, I pumped all the rest of those levels into that melee damage. She was now doing a healthy 300,000 damage, Since I found the Demonic Reaper Empress in the wild, I didn't have to spend any of my origin tribute tokens to summon her. So I used the other one to summon the Celestial Indominus Rex Emperor. And then I started off the next battle.
Round 2. Fight!
Well, after a long epic battle, we finally defeated the Indominus Rex. And I looked into the rewards in my inventory and I found something special. It was another summoner. Could this be better than my Demonic Reaper Empress? So back at base, I made some celestial kibble. And then I went to tame the guy in. So I quickly summoned him and then I took my shot. A quick 20 seconds later, and he was out. But he was underwater, so I had to be quite quick with taming him, as I didn't want any of these nasty sea creatures to try and get him. And with that, we now had a Celestial Indominus Rex Emperor. We had the collection, both the Empress and the Emperor. I don't think anything could stop us now. I started leveling this guy up, I gave him a good amount of health, a little bit more stamina, and yep, you guessed it, lots more melee damage. So, after leveling this guy up, I then tested him out, and he does between 300,000 to 400,000 damage in his first bite.